Hello guys, this is Becca and I am here. I hope you're seeing that well. Trying to get my lighting fixed. I am here with little Ashley Lynn and we are doing the theme from the Facebook group that I'm in, which today the theme is hats. So we're going to get my baby girl Ashley changed into a different outfit, and we're gonna get her a pretty little hat on. So she's got on this little sleeper, and I always get confused how to open these. There we go. This is her pretty little passy clip and passy. And I can't remember if this came with one of my babies from, oh my goodness, Peach and Tree Boutique, or if it came from the lady that I purchased. I purchased from two different ladies on Facebook. One is Beyond Baby's Boutique, and the other one is, oh my goodness, I forgot the name of the other. But I have bought passy clips from both, and so I don't know. I don't know which one it come from. But anyway, we're gonna get little Ashley changed. And as you can see, I don't have a onesie on her. I need to get me some preemie onesies. But her's so sweet, guys. Look at these little legs. Just look. Oh my goodness. Just look at my baby's legs and arms. Her so sweet. But anyway, while I'm changing her, I want to do a little chat with you. This is going to be kind of a twofold video. Not only is it my theme video, but I wanted to talk to you about something that really disturbs me. And I'm not sure yet what I'm going to name this video. I know it's going to have the theme in it, but I'm not sure what else I'm going to put with it. But by the time you're seeing it, I have decided. So you know what I named it. But anyway, I just wanted to have a little chat about something that's really disturbs me, and that I'm really don't understand to my, to the fullness, I guess, that I need to understand it. So I'm going to kind of do this video as a learning something for me, but also to kind of give my opinion on the situation. I know I'm not a big channel, and there's not a lot of people going to see my video. But if you would love to, if you would, share it where other people can see it, where it can get out there, I would appreciate that, because I am a little confused. I don't understand some things, and I'd like to understand better. But excuse the... if you heard the air conditioner click on, I'm sorry guys, but it's a little warm in here, and so I had to turn on my window air in here. This is my washroom. Excuse me. It's early morning, and I've been washing clothes and doing some things. I like to do that before I lay back down after hubby leaves every morning. It's just because it's quieter. Everybody's in the bed, including the dogs, and it just gives me more of privacy, I guess you would say. And So anyway, I thought this would be a good time to have this little chat. Looks like her little socks is going to be a little big for her. Her is a preemie, and Mommy don't have very many preemie. I do have a couple, but I thought these were more preemie than they are, which they fit as far as where the little lines is. It's just they're big around and don't fit her securely where they would stay on securely. I'm thinking I'm gonna let her lay right there for a little bit, and you can look at her while we're chatting. And like I said, the theme is hats, so I will be putting this little hat on her. I didn't even tell you where this onesie come from or anything, but oh well. Let's go ahead and get into our little chat. But anyway, I wanted to address the subject of knockoff dolls or stolen sculpts or whatever you want to call it, fake dolls. I have seen quite a few posts. When I say quite a few, quite a lot. Not quite a few, quite a lot of posts concerning this subject on YouTube and on Facebook. And like I said, I know I'm not a big channel, so therefore a whole lot of people's not going to see this video, but I would love for you to share it where it could get out there. I kind of would love for it to go viral if possible. I doubt that's possible, but I would love for it to. But I want to address the subject. There is a whole lot said about fake dolls, stolen sculpts. You know, in the reborn community, that's the thing now. It's just every other video, just about it, you see someone, if it's not in the title, they mention it in their video. It's just constant. You're hearing about the stolen sculpts. And I mean, there is some Facebook groups that will just totally ban you from their group if you have a doll that is not a true reborn. So I would like to kind of address it from a different angle than what I've ever heard it from, and kind of give my opinion of it. And what I want to talk about is, what is a knockoff? If it's going to be addressed so much, give us some explanation, because for me personally, I want to go ahead and confirm with you that I do not believe someone should purposely buy a stolen sculpt. For instance, there is no way you can deny whenever there's the Saskia kit. There's no way you can deny when it's a stolen sculpt, when it's a knockoff, when it's someone that has taken that sculpt and tried to remake it exactly like. I mean, it's so obvious what doll it is. To be honest, the Saskia kit is the only kit that I can recognize as a stolen sculpt. So if I was to go out and buy one of the fake Saskias, that to me would be a big no-no. That would be a big no-no, because it's obvious. I know it. I know it's stolen. I know it's, I say stolen. I know they have copied it. So I guess you would call that stolen. And trying to make it look like the original. And so to me, that would be a big no-no to buy the fake Saskia kit, you know, dolls made up from China and, you know, wherever. Because I support, 100%. I support the original, the true reborns. I also support Ashton Drake and Paradise Galleries because they have their own sculpt, their own artist that works and does their sculpts and their dolls and stuff. So they are legit. They're a legit company. They're legit sculpts. I support them 100%. I support True Reborns. But where I'm at a loss at, before Reborns came out, before we started having Reborns, we had baby dolls. You know, it was the toy industry. It was toys, yes. But we had just baby dolls. I played with baby dolls growing up. There was different companies that made different type dolls, like the ballerina doll that I had, the walking toddler doll that I had when I was growing up was toys. It was toys. But, you know, if somebody went and tried to copy it, I guess that would have been called a stolen sculpt from that doll. It wasn't Reborns, but, you know, it wouldn't be the original. But in saying all of that, they're still baby dolls. They're still just the toy baby dolls that we buy for our children as they're growing up, that you can just pick up at any department type store. Like, you can pick them up at Dollar General. You can pick up dolls at Family Dollar. You can pick up dolls at Dollar Tree. You can pick up dolls at Walmart, at Target, at any store that sells toys. You can pick up dolls. That's just toys. That, you know, my concern is with all of this in the community about the stolen sculpts. Are we accusing people of doing something they're not doing? You know, there's people out there that would just take from me. I'm going to use myself because I am an example. When I first started collecting Reborns, I had no clue. I didn't even know there was a such thing as a stolen sculpt. I purchased my first baby off of Amazon. Well, actually, I think my very first was from Ashton Drake. But then, you know, I went on Amazon and I found some dolls, some realistic looking dolls. And that's where my Macy MPK doll came from. She was the one of the first. She was my actual second doll I purchased when I started collecting Reborns. And I want to talk a little bit about that in a minute. So, no, she was not a Reborn. She was just a doll. I have no clue if she is a stolen sculpt. To be honest, I have never seen another, like a true Reborn kit that someone has showed. I have never seen a sculpt that looked like the doll that I purchased when I first started purchasing dolls and that I had purchased from Amazon. I've never seen a Reborn sculpt that looked like hers. So, what I'm emphasizing or trying to emphasize is not every inexpensive, what we call Reborn, let's say realistic type doll, that's not a true Reborn kit that is, you know, categorized under true Reborn. Not every inexpensive realistic type doll is a knockoff, is a stolen sculpt. And what I want the Reborn community to explain to me, I would love for you to comment below or make a video and then let me know where to go to find that video, if it's too much to comment. Explain to me what you're talking about when you say a knockoff, a fake, or a stolen sculpt. There has been a lot of people in our community, and I'm going to do the quotation marks because in our reborn community, that has been hurt desperately and has actually quit making videos because there have been so much said about knockoffs, fakes, and stolen sculpts. Like I said, not every inexpensive, lifelike, realistic type doll is a stolen sculpt. It's just a doll that someone made. If you cannot identify that doll as a true stolen sculpt, like the Saskia kit, is obvious. If you cannot identify it as another legit, a copy of a legit reborn kit, then I don't feel like you should call it a knockoff. I don't feel like you should call it a fake. And I definitely don't feel like you should call it a stolen sculpt if you don't know for sure that that sculpt was stolen from a legit reborn sculpt. Because not only are you degrading the people that made that doll, you're degrading the people that purchased the doll. You're making them feel like they have committed a crime that they have not committed. Because like I said, yes, we title them as reborns when they're not a true reborn kit. And I say we, and I'll explain why I say we. But we title them reborn when they're not a true reborn. But for a lack of another term, or for the feeling of wanting to be in the community, it is a lifelike doll, even though it's not as a legit, true reborn kit, although it's not as realistic as a hand-painted reborn kit. It's still a lifelike doll that a person has put their money out on and they have fell in love with. Not everybody can afford $300 and $400 for a doll. And you say, for a doll? Yes, my reborns mean so much to me. I don't even like to just call them a doll. They're my reborns. They're my babies. But I personally have 3 dolls that the reborn community would instantly call a knockoff. I don't know if any of them are stolen sculpts, because they have no characteristics, no favoritism, they do not look like any reborn sculpt that I have ever seen. So I cannot tell you that they are a stolen sculpt. Yes, they are NPK brand, which means they are an inexpensive version of a reborn that was not hand painted. It was factory made. It is very inexpensive compared to the reborns, but it's all some people can afford, and they love those babies just like we love ours. Now, I have, like I said, my Macy, the doll I call Macy, that I do not, I don't change her. Matter of fact, none of the 3 that I have do I actually interact with on like I do my reborns. But I refuse to get rid of them because they hold special meaning to me, and they do not resemble any reborn sculpt that I have ever seen. So I cannot tell you that they are stolen sculpt. They are an very inexpensive, factory made, realistic type doll. Macy, like I said, was one of the first ones I got when I started collecting lifelike dolls. And she has a grin that reminded me of my niece, that reminds me of my niece, my great niece, when she was 2 and 3 years old. That doll will be with me to the day I die because she reminds me of Gracie, which is also why I named her Macy. Before I got my dog Macy that was already named Macy. Then this past Christmas, my husband, that has no clue whatsoever about stolen sculpts, no clue about knockoffs or fakes or anything like that. He just loves me. He supports my hobby of my reborn, realistic type dolls. You can't call Ashton Drake and Paradise Galleries reborns because they're not. They are factory-made dolls. But they are realistic, along the realistic line. There's some of them that look so real. They are from a legit company, yes, but they're not reborns because they're not hand-painted. They are factory made. Okay? So, saying that, for Christmas, my husband went on Amazon and he saw these 2 dolls that he thought I would love. And he's right, I do. And he saw the price of them and he thought, hey, I can get her 2 dolls for the price of 1. This is amazing. And to him, he just thought he discovered an awesome deal there, you know, because he knows what I paid for my reborns and my Ashton Drake and my Paradise Galleries. So because he could get me 2 for the price of 1 factory-made doll, like he could get me 2 for the price of 1 Ashton Drake or 1 Paradise Galleries. Now, it would take 3 or 4 to pay for a reborn to have the same amount in as a reborn, but anyway, his thought was, wow, I can get her 2, and so he did. He purchased me 2 NPK dolls for Christmas. The little girl is beautiful, guys. Realistic looking, beautiful. The little boy is more of a doll look than an actual baby look. But I love them both. And I refuse to get rid of those dolls because of being what the reborn community calls fake or stolen sculpts or knockoffs. I refuse to get rid of those dolls. Now, I don't play with them and change them like I do my reborns and my Ashton Drake and my Paradise Galleries. Because of the reborn community is why I don't show them. Now, this is what I wanted to discuss mainly, is the way you making people feel when you talk about this. I support 100% the reborn artist. I do not believe in people stealing sculpts and making copies and selling them as reborns. And if I know that a sculpt is an actual copy that someone has copied and trying to sell as the true thing, I would not buy a fake Saskia for anything. I feel like that would be wrong for me to do that. But to be honest, that is the only doll that I have ever seen that resembles a reborn kit. Now, there may be others that I have not seen because I am fairly new, what you would call fairly new in the reborn community. I've only been collecting for a little over 2 years. So, you know, I still have a lot to learn. But I feel like it's just as wrong for the community to down our fellow collector for the dolls they have and make them feel so bad especially those that are on fixed incomes that can only get a certain type of doll, that struggles to pay $50 for a doll. And whenever it's just constantly talked about. And when you're banned from groups because you don't have a legit, what I call legit reborn, just because your doll is just a baby doll, is just a, so to speak, a toy that is made as realistic as a factory could make it, then you're banned from the group if you don't have a legit reborn. And I just don't think that's right, guys. There has been a lot of innocent people that has been banned from groups that wants to be a part of this community, that has been hurt from the comments. I mean, just recently, one of my good friends come on and said she was going to completely quit making videos because of all the comments that has been made about her NPK dolls. Look, guys, that's not right. It's not right to hurt and condemn an innocent person that don't know about the stolen sculpts. And you say, well, if they're in the community, they'll learn. Yes, they will learn. But when it's addressed, it needs to be addressed in a way as informative, not as putting down a person that has a doll that you don't even know if that's a stolen sculpt yourself. It's just a factory-made doll that has been made as realistic as they could possibly get it, making it factory-made. You don't know that every knockoff or every fake doll that's out there is a stolen sculpt. We had baby dolls before reborns ever came into existence. There is all kind of baby dolls out there. So, guys, the way you are hurting the community is not acceptable. No, it's not acceptable to knowingly buy a doll that you know is a stolen sculpt, like the Saskia kit. And I refer to that one because it's so obvious Saskia has her own little look that it's obvious when someone's copying it. It's just obvious because she has her own little look. But they are toy baby dolls out there, and has been for as far back. There's no way I can even measure how far back. Back before there was factory dolls, people made handmade dolls, cloth dolls that they sewed eyes and nose to give their little girls, baby dolls, to learn to take care of babies. There's been dolls for centuries and centuries back. So to say every doll that's not a kit that was come from what is called the reborns or the real borns or whatever kits you want to call it, there, and I'm not sure I'm going to be able to pronounce this name right, but there are kits out there from Behringer. Is that the way you say that name? It's a Behringer kit. You can get the kit, just the kit, and you can reborn it. And it's a reborn doll. But because it didn't come from reborn or realborn or these, high dollar kits, people won't even call them as true reborns because it's a Behringer kit. And that's not right, guys. That is not right. That Behringer doll was not a stolen sculpt. It was a Behringer kit that someone took and reborn. Or maybe someone just goes and buys a baby doll. from the store, just from Dollar General, from Walmart, just a baby doll. And they bring it home and they take it apart and they take the vinyl parts, the limbs, you know, the legs, the arms, the head. They take that kit through the same process as if you would bought one from Bountiful Baby or McPherson's, however you say that name, or anywhere else you buy a reborn kit. They would take that vinyl kit, that vinyl doll that they purchased from Walmart or Dollar General, take it through the same process, put it on a cloth body. That doll is a reborn. It has been reborn. No, it was not an expensive kit. It was bought from Walmart, a doll that was tore apart and reborn, but it is a reborn because someone took that doll and reborned it. So it's a reborn. And I mean, if you have come this far in this video, I appreciate you watching. I'm not mad at anybody. I am upset about how the community has just focused so much on this till it's got to the point that you're hurting innocent people. I do not support stolen sculpts when I know it's stolen, when I know it's a copy of or a knockoff of a legit kit. I do not support that. I don't believe anyone should, no matter what your financial status is. I don't believe anyone should go out there and buy the Saskia kit. Or if there's any other ones that I don't know, that you can distinctly know that they are taking it from the reborn kit. I don't, and you know it for a fact that they're copying that legit reborn, then I don't think you should buy it. But to constantly harp on the knockoffs, the fakes, the stolen kits, to constantly harp on that to the point that you are hurting innocent people, I believe that is just as wrong as somebody that would go out there and purposely purchase the knockoff Saskia kit. Now you can take it as you want to. You can believe it as you want to. You're your own person. No one can make you do anything. But all these other opinions has been put out there, and I wanted to put my opinion out there because I have seen so many of my good friends be hurt, and I have seen so many people that I have just seen passing in videos that I don't know on a well, I don't know any of you on a personal basis, but that I don't know, you know, I've just seen you as passing, that I haven't really had communication with you. I have seen so many innocent people hurt. And guys, that is just as wrong as going out there and purposely purchasing a fake Saskia kit. There is a way of informing people of what's happening in a right way, without condemning them, without banning them. There's people that if they see a doll other than a legit reborn on a Facebook group, they will leave that group. Or if they are over that group, they will block that person and delete them from the group. That is wrong, guys. I'm sorry. I guess I'm preaching to you. I am a pastor's wife. So I have a lot of preaching going on. I hear a lot of preaching. So I guess I'm kind of preaching to you. But this is wrong, to hurt innocent people. It's just as wrong as purchasing a known stolen sculpt. Just as wrong. May even be more wrong because you are harming a live human being. And you say, well, if you buy the stolen sculpture, you're harming the original artist. true, but not personally. Not where you won't associate with that person, or that person won't associate with you. Like I said, I don't believe you should buy it when you know it's stolen. When you know it's a copy of original sculpt, I believe it's wrong to go out there and buy it. But my scanner just went off. It kind of distracted me. My weather scanner. We're in for some little bit bad weather today. But anyway, I just wanted to let you know how I feel about it. Y'all put your opinions out there. You're constantly hurting innocent people because of it. So I felt like I wanted to put my opinion out there and let you know how I feel about you hurting innocent people because you're carrying it too far. I agree 100%. We should support our reborn artist. And when we know there's a stolen sculpt, we should not purchase that sculpt, that knockoff, that fake, that we should not purchase it. But when we don't know that it's a copy, for sure and for certain, when we don't know it's a copy, there's been baby dolls for years, guys, for centuries, for decades, there's been baby dolls. So just because it's not an expensive, hand-painted, reborn doll, or a factory doll coming from Ashton Drake, Paradise Galleries, or Lee Middleton, or there may be other factory-made dolls out there that I don't even know about. But just because you bought it from Amazon and it didn't come from a known company that you know, or a handmade doll, does not make it stolen. It doesn't make it a knockoff. It doesn't make it a fake. It's a doll. It's a baby doll that someone tried to make as realistic as they could going through the factory. So guys, let's consider people's feelings. No, I'm not saying to go out there and buy the known fakes, the known stolen sculpts. I'm not condoning that. I don't believe in doing that. But neither do I believe in harming and hurting innocent people and not allowing them in your clique because they don't have a $500 reborn. Let's all support each other, love each other. Let's share our hobby of realistic dolls. Let's share our hobby of reborns, Ashton Drake, Paradise Galleries, Lee Middleton, or plain old baby dolls that was bought from a store and has been brought in because a person couldn't afford anything else but wanted to be part of the community. Guys, let's be more kinder. Let's support each other more. Let's not harm innocent people. Yes, be informative. Let them know what's going on out there. But do it in a kind, informative way, not as a condemning and not allowing you in because you have one of those sculpts. You have one of those knockoff dolls. We're not going to allow you in this community because if we do, we'll be supporting it. No, you won't. No, you won't. You wasn't the one that purchased it. You weren't the one that told them to go get it. So no, you're not supporting it. That's their doll. They did. But don't knock them out of the group. Don't hurt their feelings. Don't be rude to them. That is a live human being that's way more important than a sculpt or a toy or whatever. Let's be kind to one another, guys. That's what's wrong with our world today. We have our cliques. We have, if you don't do it like I do it, I don't want no part of you. Guys, let's love one another. Let's support one another. Let's support this hobby. Let's be friends. You can be informative. I know I am repeating myself over and over and over, just trying to maybe say it in a different way that will maybe click in somebody's mind, that maybe they hear it one way, that it won't click, but if they hear it another, they will. Guys, be kind. Be kind. Quit hurting innocent people because of the reborns. That is not right. It's not pleasing to God. And you may not like God. You may not even acknowledge God. But if you don't, it's not pleasing. It doesn't make you a pleasant person when you act that way. It doesn't make you pleasant. Whenever, I mean, think about yourself and your own reputation. Even if you don't hold God in esteem, even if you don't acknowledge God, acknowledge yourself as a human being and how you treat others. And yes, I guess I am a little, like I said, I'm not mad, I'm upset, I'm concerned, I'm troubled at the way this community has hurt innocent people. All right, guys, I know I have repeated myself over and over and over and over, but I'm just, like I said, and this is a long video. I hope you have stayed to the end, and if you have, God bless you. I hope I have helped someone. I hope I have helped some of these innocent people that has been hurt to understand things a little bit better. You know, before you go out there and buy a doll, be sure it's not a stolen sculpt. I don't support that at all, doing that. But just because you've bought an Amazon doll does not mean it's stolen. It don't mean that it's a knockoff. It don't mean that it's a fake. It's just a baby doll that someone's tried to make to look as realistic as possible. Love that doll. Hug that doll. Let that doll be your baby. Don't let the community cause you heartache and trouble and anxiety, and don't let the community cause you to quit making videos, because there's people out there that love you and support you, even if you have an inexpensive NPK doll. Alright, guys, this video is supposed to be for the theme on my Facebook group, and the theme was hats. So we're going to put her little hat on her. Thank you so much for stopping by. And if you've stayed this long, thank you so much for being here with me through to the end. Like I said, whether you agree with me or whether you don't, I would love to see your comments. If you feel like it's too much to write in the comment and would like to make a video, I would love to see your video. Be sure to get back in contact with me and let me know where I can find your video. And let's just be supportive of each other, and let's not be bullies, and let's not be, you know, you can be a bully without beating up on somebody. You can be a bully without seeing a person in person. You know, you can be a bully over YouTube and Facebook, and any other social media group. So let's be kind, people. Let's be kind to each other. Let's support each other. Be informative, yes, but do it kindly. And I hope you all have a great rest of your day. I'm sorry, but yes, I am very concerned, and I'm gonna get off of here. But anyway, thank you if you're still with me all the way to the end of this video. Thank you so much, and thank you for stopping by my channel. If this causes you to delete me from, you know, unsubscribe from me, I am so sorry. I'm not trying to lose subscribers. I'm trying to gain subscribers. But I believe firmly in what I have discussed and what I've said today. And it concerns me greatly the way we are hurting innocent people in our community. All right, guys, I'm going to let you go. I will talk with you later. If you pray, keep me in your prayers. Keep us in your prayers here in the South that's going through some bad weather today. Just lift us up in your thoughts and your prayers, and I hope you all have a great rest of your day. I will talk with you all later.